Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm CWX. We're playing some Pokemon TCG Pocket tonight. I got a new deck for you. Last night we were playing, the top meta deck, Suicune Grid Ninja, but I decided to try and cook something up for myself. Let me bring in the game audio here. This is Altaria Drudagon. So you can see on screen here we got two Druds. Trying to bring Drud back. This was kind of like the center of the deck, or the idea for the deck build, along with Altaria. So I wanted to bring, build it around water, fire. I kind of tried it earlier with Snorlax and Mantike along with Manaphy, but I decided to trade out Snorlax for Arceus because Arceus only has 2 retreat costs versus Snorlax is 4, and Arceus also only needs 3 instead of 4 energy. I found it just like trying to play with Snorlax, it was so tough trying to get to 4 energy. It just wasn't really going to happen, but 3 energy for Arceus seems much more manageable. I think, let's see here, we got 6 families or like basics to Pokemon, so like that's like pretty good. I think we're pretty good to get Arceus fully charged up, or like able to attack for 130 with a full bench. We got an elemental switch in there that's pretty helped to move the energy around. 2 capes, 2 helmets, along with the new card Traveling Merchant. So like these 4 tools, like I think the Merchant just kind of helps thin our deck a little bit and helps us get to those tools. Getting to those capes helps, or the helmets too. It's nice to have helmets on Druds to just like have 40 recoil. That makes it really hard for your opponent to want to attack. And then yeah, like the leaf, like I said, that helps remove the Drud from the active, or if you start with Arceus, being able to get Arceus off the active. So generally, I think this deck is cooking pretty good. We just had one game on stream. Looks like we're on there pretty good. We were having a little bit of audio issue. I was playing some other like alternative audio. Probably had a chance at being a copyright strike. I don't know. It's just like some DJ dark techno mix. We're back here just with the regular game audio right now. Just I'm not a strong enough YouTuber to really know how to manage the copyright strikes and all that. So we'll just start here with this stream. This is what we got. I think we're going pretty good. Let me double check here on the audio. I'll throw my starter outlets here. We want Drud. We'll start. I'm just gonna play with the audio here real quick. Wait, is it my turn? We're going first, huh? In this case, I think we start Professor. Then we go Pokeball. Swablu. I think we put the other Drud down as well. Alright, while it's their turn, I'm going to throw this off real quick, check my stream audio. Alright. Sounds pretty good. We also got our audio triggers. I'm going to try it out here. Alright, so we have 1 tool in our hand. We could try and go Traveling Medallion now. He's going to spring out. He sprung out onto Drud. We do have Leaf. I say we just try and start building Drud. We'll go Traveling Merchant. We'll save the Professor. We got 1. We got Cape. Professor Leaf. Wow. You got a big Misty there. Let's see here. 3, 6. What card are we missing? Did we do both professors? Yeah, we have the other professor in hand. Wow, okay, so they got rid of that Swablu. I guess I think we do professors first. We do have Leaf in hand, so we could start building one of the other guys for next turn. He only has 100. We have Dread in the front. He does 50 per. So we really hope he doesn't hit that other Dread and this guy. So we got to throw a cape on this guy. He has 2 cards. We do have a helmet we could put down. So we have a pretty good chance of drawing. It's just a 1 in 6 actually. All right. We didn't have a ton of time to think there. Wow. All right. And that is Wug Trio for you. So 1 loss tonight. Oh, reset. I need to be able to just, instead of increment, I need to have increment and decrement on my tool. So Dragon lost to Wug Trio. Good on them playing Wug Trio. That's what you're going to see in Ultra Ball 4 League. Okay. I still think we're cooking here. I think Alturia Druddigon could be a meta shift. We just got to get people to believe. Gotta get them to believe. All right. Alright, Drud. We'll stay on top of the tool here. Drud, Oak, switch. Helmet, cape. Other Oak. Throw down Oak. And card, Leaf. Screw it. We'll throw a card down. Make him discard 1. We'll throw helmet down. Arceus Pichu. We're going Arceus Magby. The electric Arceus versus the fire Arceus. Man, he's got 2 energy on Arceus already. That's tough. Only 1 Pokemon on his bench. We got Pokeball. Alright, Pokeball. Swablu. We'll throw Swablu down. Maybe we should have done Professors first. That's alright. Magby and other Swablu. So our remaining Pokeball is going to be a dead draw. That's great. But, alright, we got that guy in the active. We do have Leaf. I think... Do you want to save space for the other Drud or the other Arceus is the question, or do we just want to put Swablu down? I think we'll put the other Swablu down just in case of Mars red card. We don't want to have to keep redrawing cards. We'll play them. And in that same vein, we don't really need capes or this cape, so we'll play the cape as well. It's nice to have a baby on your bench. But I think in this case we'll just end. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. They put in Arceus. And let's see here, that's 110, right? Shoot. Alright, well, we do 40 in recoil. So 110, if we get Arteria, okay, like we thought. We're gonna get the energy we need. So either way, even if he does get another basic for his bench, we survive a turn and are able to kill. So we have a chance. We have a chance. Because we'll be able to leaf out, elemental switch up, and energy to the other Altaria. I don't think we're going to be able to get our other Arceus online if we get that. Oh, I guess Pokeball would pull Arceus. So the Pokeball in our deck isn't completely useless. Let's see what happens with them though. So then they got 110 off. We'll be able to get 100 off. But next turn they will... Alright, we can use all our cards here. This is good. So we're gonna retreat into this guy. We'll switch up the fire. And attack for 100. Alright, we got a shot here. I think we won. Unless they have Cyrus. Cyrus would win them the game. Sabrina would win them the game. Cyrus or Sabrina. Or no, they only have 1 point. Okay, they conceded. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking with this deck, y'all. I think we're cooking. Yeah, that's another win, y'all. Bringing sexy back. Alright, yeah, that's one. Alright, let's keep going. I really just want to see how this plays into Suicune now. Because that's what the majority of the people out there are going to be seeing. Suicune's what people playing. And then people are trying to counter Suicune with Electric, which we just took down. This is mostly Drud and Altaria. We do have Arceus to get some damage in, but we can handle Oricorio pretty freaking nice over here. So Oricorio's got a good spot in the meta in this cycle. So we're doing pretty nice. I like this deck. We'll throw a Pokeball down. We got Arceus. We're playing into Dark with Magby. Dark with Magby, huh? That is an interesting start on their side. I guess I shouldn't have a reason to be afraid to put Arceus down. We'll throw Helmet on Drud. And I think percentage-wise, it's smart to wait on Traveling Merchant. Because I think overall, there's 3 of 13. Chance of the next card being drawn. So I think we want to, like, I don't know, just playing the odds a little bit. I think it makes sense to wait on Traveling Merchant. Then there's the opportunity cost of playing 1 supporter per turn, but I think it made sense to wait there. The heart of the cards is telling me to wait. Ooh, now it's only 2 of 12, so maybe we should have, because we'd at least got that, and we could have got something else this turn. I think I just need to play this card some more to really kind of get the feels. So we could just entirely resign to having Drud be a wall and start building Arceus. But they already got their Arceus built pretty heavy. And if I throw energy on Drud, like next turn, he's coming in for 130 on Drud. Or we could keep building Drud. Let's play Merchant. Might as well. I know there's only 2, but let's get it. None of them are in there. I don't know. I think this is just game right here. I think this was just a bad draw. I think we just got a bad draw there, 1-1. I still think we're cooking here with Swablu and Altaria and Drud. Maybe this deck isn't what I thought it was. Maybe it can brick. Yeah, he came in 130. Yeah, I just don't see us pulling this one off. Pokeball. We'll put Pokeball down. Drud. I don't know. Do we leave and build? I think we just leave and build Arceus again. Interesting. So they retreated their Arceus into Magby. Where are they going to toss to? Where are they toasty tossing to? Back to Arceus. I'm feeling a loss here, chat. I'm feeling a loss. I just don't know about this one. I'm waiting. Alright, there we go. Alright, they got 5 cards in hand. We'll go ahead and... So if we should have attached a Judagon last turn, because then we could have taken this Magby out. I don't know what we do. This is just lost. This is the one fire energy. We really should have just attached to... Drud last turn, because at least we could have got 1 point, and then I think the next turn came in on Arceus. We didn't get either Professor, so that really hurt us. Yeah, they're just toasty tossing back, so they don't know we have Switch. So maybe we can still win this. Let's throw Professor down. We got Magby, Swablu. Do we throw Magby down is the question. I think we do. So we got one. We don't get Darkrai, so if they put Darkrai in, which they probably will, they put Kamala. I guess that makes sense. So it'll be 2-2. They gotta hurt Arceus. They'll put in Darkrai. Darkrai will swing for... They put in Arceus. Maybe, I think that they just gave us the game. They needed to put in Darkrai. They needed to put in Darkrai right there. I don't know, unless they have a like PCL or potion. They're only gonna do 130, 150. Oh, with red. Oh, see. All right, well, that was close. That was close. That was close. I'm just making a note of each game I play in ranked, what deck we played, and if we won or lost with that deck. We were 2-2 with Suicune, and we are 2-3 losses with Alt Dread. Not the best, but you know, we really just need at least a 50% or better. So right now we're 2-3. We'll see after 10 games where we're at percentage wise. We just need to like break even. If we could just get 5-5, I think that's a pretty good like meta deck. Especially like if you look at what you see on Limitless. If you're playing 50%, you'll get to Masterball. Alright, we're going into electric again. So you see a lot of electric because Suicune's the best, and electric counters water and Suicune. Back to Raikou. Alright, let's update the board here. So we got Switch, red card Magby, Altaria, Pokeball, Pokeball. So we'll throw our Pokeballs out, get our guys. Swablu. What is Volt's bullets again? Do 10 to also a bench. We'll throw Dread and Swablu down. I guess we'll throw down to Swablu. Three, 6, 8, 10, 13. Alright, we're missing one. Dread. Alright, so he's gonna kill our baby. What do we do here? Do we go to Altaria or Swablu? We can actually attack with Altaria. Even though it's not to the 100, we can still get 40 off. And we'll make him discard one. And we got Leaf, so we can retreat into Dread. We need to water though, so I don't know. Dread will survive another turn too, I guess. Be nice to get a cape on him. Either way, yeah, any kind of cape or a traveling guy. Professors is cool too. We didn't get any of our tools or a traveling guy. We could just retreat into this Dread. We're getting another 40 off. I think we want to retreat. It's just more fire energy. Yeah, you wish we had a man type too, cause like Magby. Yeah, I don't know. Do you run Magby or Mantike? It doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright, this is kind of a cerebral deck to play. Like, man, where this dual energy and the Drud and helmets and tools go, you really got to think. Because we'll do 40 and recoiled. I'll take him to 50. So it doesn't really matter. I'll take him to 70. So I don't think we really even want to put any energy. But for next turn, we want to retreat. And we still have our leaf. So let's attach here. We'll leaf out. Go into Altaria. Hopefully we get one of our capes and we can survive Arceus. See, this is, we should have put the helmet on Arceus. Should have thought that through some more. Dang it. He had red card anyway. I don't know. Yeah, we really wanted a helmet on Arceus right there. Or on Dredagon. Now at this point we really need cape. Oh, it doesn't even matter. He won. Rats. Alright. I think this deck has potential. It's just a little tougher to pilot. Just a little tougher to pilot. What was that deck again? Drud, Oak, Cape, Switch, red card, Cape, Oak. Pokeball, Altaria, Pokeball. Swablu, let's play red card. Do we want to put one of the capes on? For right now, I don't think so. I don't think so. 4, 7, 10. What are we missing? 10. Alright, so this is 4, 6, 9. What? Oh, Swablu. Alright, do we even want to put Magby down? No, we do not. Yeah, we do not. We wish we had a helmet on Drud. He's got a helmet on his Suicune. He's got another Suicune. Alright, what do we draw? What do we draw? We got a Pokeball. Who the frick do we want? We already did another Pokeball. I thought it might be Arceus. And we just got water. Yeah. So next turn, he's gonna do at least 40. If he lays one more, he'll KO us. And if I lay Magby, he'll KO us. That's just a... Alright, we'll cape this Drud and lay Magby. So if he lays a Pokemon, he will though. He's got... We already red carded. He's got 5 cards. Ah. Yep. So he'll KO our Dredagon here. Yeah, this will be tough. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we're not good into Suicune. I don't know. Did we get that good of a draw? I mean, I don't feel like we got a terrible draw. Whoa. He could have KO'd us right there, but he didn't. So we could attach to Drud, retreat, and then send a fire back to Altaria. I think that's what we want to do. Or we could send it back to Arceus. But then we're loading up our bench so heavy. And our energy pool is just water. Yeah, I think we toasty toss back to Altaria. Oh no, I forgot. I guess we can just elemental switch it up. But Altaria isn't a basic, it's a stage 1. It's alright, we have elemental switch in our hand. We got switch in our hand. So he takes out Magby. But we did get a fire ant to the field because our friggin' energy zone is just all water today. So we definitely want to switch up the fire energy here. So let's see here. We do 100, take him to 40. And he's gonna do at most 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. So we cannot put friggin' either Arceus or we can. Alright, we'll put the cape down. We'll put Arceus and attach to Arceus. I guess we just put the helmet down too, because we already attached both capes. So he does 100, and we can retreat. I think he already used one Arceus or Cyrus. No, they run 2 Cyrus. Oh, and a Sabrina. I think we give him a point here. I think we give him a point. I don't know if that was the right move. Maybe we should have sacked 100 onto our Arceus. I don't know about that potion either on their side. Yeah, maybe we should have sacked 100 on Arceus and hoped we draw on Leaf. Because we're still not going to be able to attack with... Let's see here. Their Suicune is going to be able to do... I think we got to go Altaria. Because their Suicune will do 20, 40, 60. And that buys us some time with Arceus. Do we put one of our basics down? Is the question. We have a 1 in 3 chance of drawing Leaf. It's really if we put Swablu, and we already attached, so no. So that puts us at 80. I forgot about the recoil. So he puts in, if he puts in Suicune, he does 60. Ah, with Greninja though, that's game. Greninja will put us to 60, and then Suicune attacks for 60, so... Dang it. So maybe Suicune is better. That's a tough one. It was close. It was close. Yeah, I mean, since the advent of rare candy, Greninja has just consistently been one of the best cards. Like, let's see here. So Greninja, Froakie, rare candy. That's 6 cards right there, plus Oak Pokeball is 10. So you really have 10 cards. If you're going to play Greninja, which is really good, you have 10 cards. And you could play Espeon, Find a friend, Eevee. That's 14. So what other 6 cards go good with that? People tried Charizard. I mean, Charizard Greninja could maybe be something. You just have no supporters. But maybe you don't need it because you just have so much draw power with Espeon and then like the chip damage with Greninja. You want to be able to play Cyrus though. So let's say the 10 cards plus Cyrus. Like the 10 Greninja cards plus Cyrus, that's 12. So you really got 8. Who do you play? Who are the 8 cards you play? Two, 4, 5, Cape. Oh boy. I guess we red card. We have traveling medallions, pointless this game. We have all the friggin' tools. We have a 1 in 14 chance. Honestly, we keep it in our hand and hope they Mars us and hope they red card us. Yeah. 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 I should add some more fun sounds just when I'm bored to the soundboard. Alright, let's see here. We got Switch. Sick. That's cool. That's freaking cool. Not. Alright. I guess he'd have to play 2 cards onto his bench. Do we have Cape? We'll might as well Cape. Give ourselves a chance. Next turn, if we draw Altaria. 4, 7, 9, 10, 13, yeah. Alright, so he's gonna attack for 40. Yeah. We wanted Mars. Hell yeah, that's what we wanted. Let's reset here. So we got a Pokeball, Arceus, Research, Helmet, red card. I think that's right. And we want to Professor. Pokeball. Maggie. We didn't exactly get what we wanted. Do we just give up a point? So we could lay Magby, retreat into it, and then attach to Arceus and have 2. I think that is what we want. No. What the hell, man? No, I had time to pick Arceus. This is bullshit. That is whack. That is so freaking whack. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. I do not agree. I do not agree one bit. This is BS. That is complete and total BS. They better give me elemental switch for that. That is whack, man. I'm so mad. Alright, I'm getting fatigued here. This is getting baloney. Alright, I don't even know if I've kept up on my win-loss counter. Where's my counter? That's a loss again. Where are we at point-wise? Where are we at in Ultra Ball 3? I don't know about this deck. I gave it a try. I don't think it's quite getting to 50%. I think we gotta call it there. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. We're a little fatigued. Let's go check main screen. Yeah, we're at 209. We regressed. Update. Update. What's the update? What is the update? Okay, news. Bonus week. Issue with the effect of memory light. Alright, memory light doesn't work with the star family. Okay. Interesting. Let's go look at those cards real quick. Pluck. Pluck doesn't work. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's not discarding the tools. Interesting. I'd expect little bugs like that with a card like Memory Light. That's cool that they added a card like that. I'm imagining just like from a programmer standpoint, that'd be a kind of difficult thing to implement. It's a really cool card. Honestly, let's look just like while we're on stream. Kind of look through all the cards. Like Mega Drain, like Base Venusaur would maybe want to know Razor Leaf, but Venusaur EX already knows Razor Leaf. Like all the Gen Apex, I feel like all the Gen Apex Pokemon already kind of knew, like, don't need Memory Light. They built like the previous evolutions move into the final form, like Venusaur EX. Like, I don't know, maybe Butterfree would want to find a friend. Like, there's no reason for base Beedrill to know any of the earlier moves. Same with Vileplume. Yeah, all these grass Pokemon, I don't see when that would be useful. It wouldn't. Maybe with the Charizard, if you can just KO with 60 rather than having a discard, I guess. But like again, then like Charizard EX, just like Venusaur EX knows the base move. Let's do this the other way. Actually, no, we'll just go in order, because like I said, the Gen Apex Pokemon, like Blastoise EX, like it knows Surf. Wave Splash and Surf are the same move. It's 2 energy for 40. So it's like the 3 starter evolutions already have Memory Light built into the card. All these other water Pokemon, I don't see it being that useful. Like, if you're running a Dugong and a 2 energy jet, I guess maybe like knowing Headbutt is useful, but it's just like a 20 card game. Like, you just don't have, no one runs Dugong and nobody really wants to do that. Yeah, all these cards, I don't know, man. Greninja, would you ever want to know? Yeah, I mean, Greninja just attacks 60 for 20. It's such a good card. What would be cool is if Memory Light allowed you to use a previous evolution's ability. If Magnezone could use Volt Charge That would be pretty sick. But I don't know. I just don't see Memory Light being that useful with any of the Gen Apex cards. Let's see here. Yeah. I mean, I could see some instances maybe where Gardevoir's in a different deck and you're charging other Pokemon and like maybe you could get in and smack. But again, you're just wasting one of your 20 card slots on Memory Light. The juice doesn't seem to squeeze. Let's see, fighting. Golem maybe. Golem maybe. Rather than having to do 50 to yourself, you could use rollout and do 70 for 3. That maybe, but again, it just doesn't seem relevant. Yeah, it doesn't seem relevant. The Nido deck is just so crammed, having 2 stage 2s. So crammed. Maybe if you could run 3 rare candies in that deck. They should allow that. If you're running the Nido deck, you can run 3 rare candies. Okay, actually, I think of all the Gen Apex cards, Muck and Grimer make the most sense. If you could evolve into Muck early and still do Poison Gas and then follow up with Venoshock, that actually could be sick. Maybe we'll build that deck. I'm going to make a note. Muck plus Memory Light. That could be sick. Or maybe Metal with Meltan. Alright, we're going to say Memory Light decks. How about that? And then Muck and Meltan are like ones to consider. Muck, Melmetal. You know, Dawn Fan is one. What else? Dawn Fan. Maybe Dragonite. Because then you can get your HP pool up and still do something like Tail Smack for 80. And then, like, maybe you can for sure deal to 80 damage and win the game onto their active rather than, like, potentially doing all 200 to a Magikarp in the back or something. So we'll put Dragonite down, I guess. Dragonite. Pidgeotto. Baby Pidgeotto. I don't see it being that useful. The EVs, Gen Apex EVs all know Tackle. Alright, yeah, that's your Gen Apex. So, Mythical Island, those. Yeah, maybe Executor, Growth Spurt. I could see maybe that being useful. I don't really see it coming into play with Superior. Okay. See, Mythical Island, I don't really understand because it's like Salazzle should have been the one to know Venoshock, and Salandit should have known Poison Claws. It should have been Salandit should have been a colorless energy, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and no damage. And then I think Salazzle should have known Venoshock 30. Venoshock for 30. Yeah. And if your active opponent is Pokemon's poison, opponent is poisoned, do 30 or 40 extra. But it's the other way around. So like, I guess Salandit does 50 if you're poisoned. I don't know. That's a little funky. I kind of get it. I guess Memory Light could work with that because one, you get your Salazzle online, you attack for 30 and poison them, and then you come in for 50 the next turn rather than 30. That's a little funky, but we'll put it on the list because that is something. That is something. We'll keep it on the list. Gyarados, definitely. Being able to leap out Gyarados could be clutch. Yeah, these other guys. I don't see a ton of utility. Maybe Flabébé, Flolet, and Florigas. Heal 10. Heal 20. Yeah. I don't see it. Maybe Whirlpeed? See, Whirlpeed is like the way I was saying Salazzle should have been. Scolipede. That does 120 if they're poisoned. Scolipede and maybe Nihilego could be something. We'll make a note. Let's see here. Druddigon. Yeah, we'll just generally put EVs. Eevee. And then we'll put continuous swipes, collect, and find a friend. Those are the Eevee moves that I think you maybe would want to use it with Memory Light. So those are our Mythical Island potentials. Mega, I don't think you want to waste the deck space. Maybe Torterra. I really thought we would have had Torterra and Empleon EX by now because we got Infernape EX, but I guess it just wasn't in the cards. Magmortar with Stoke and Electabuzz. So I'm gonna put Magmortar and Electivire because those are kind of the same where it's just the stage 1 that can charge itself up with memory light. Alright, 1 sec. I will be right back. Alright, moving on to these water Smackdown water Pokemon. I don't really see any of these being too helpful. Maybe with the promo Floatzel. I'll have to go back and look at that. Jet Screw. Let's see here. Buizel, Floatzel. I thought maybe, I think the promo Floatzel is kind of like what's his name? That one ugly fish. It's like if they have damage on it already. Snover versus Obama Snow. If Obama Snow could, Ice Shard is a fighting Pokemon, this does an extra 30. Yeah, I don't know about that. Wash Rotom, Frost Rotom. Yeah, Magnezone could use Magneton's ability with Memory Light. Oh, baby. That would be a shift. I think we'd see Magnezone decks everywhere, to be honest. That is a lot of energy creation if you could do that. We already kind of bolted ahead to Electivire when we talked about Magmortar. Going through here, Bolt. That discards everything, so if you could do... Yeah, it's still just not worth it for the deck space. Let's see here, what else we got? The evolution guys... I've heard some people say Lucario, if Lucario could know Jab for 1. I don't know. Well, because, like, you're evolved and you're doing Jab for 1 and you get the bonus, so you're attacking for 40 for 1, which is kind of like the OG far-fetched meta. But, I don't know. It doesn't reduce your retreat cost. It puts you a little ahead, but just, man, with only 20 card decks, it makes it tough. So that's the problem with Memory Light, is it hogs one of your 20 slots. So like that earlier Evo has really got to know a move that's gonna help you. Let's see here. Group beatdown. Same. You wouldn't want to do that. Quick attack. Maybe the Porygons? Let's see here. Porygon. No, you would... Well... 30 for 1 versus 3 for 80. Getting up to a lot can happen trying to get from 1 to 3 energy. That one's tough. They said Pluck was acting funny anyway. The Bidoof and Barrel, because maybe Bidoof EX. Let me think about this. Because Bidoof EX does 100 plus healing, whereas this Bidoof halves your opponent's HP, which might be more than 100. Let's see here. Pose. No. Interrupt. Yeah, I don't think that Memory Light card's built for much of the SmackDown cards. Let's see here. I'm looking back. I think the Muck deck, honestly, is the best one that could be built with. Maybe Salazzle. Or Gyarados or Scolipede with Nihilego. I feel like I'm kind of most excited about Muck, though. Because you can do Koga. Muck, Koga, and Memory Light could be something. Let's see here. Alright, next set, which was Triumphant Light, right? Let's see. I'm not seeing anything too compelling. I don't love Flip a Coin, Do More. The only time I really was okay with that was Palkia. Origin Form Palkia, but I think the new Suicune card kind of trumps that. Raichu, no, yeah. Let's see here. Any of these Triumphant Light cards? Am I trying to use the previous evolution move? No. No, I am not. Yep, none of those cards. I mean, okay. Actually, Sprigatito being able to cry for help as Masquerada could be something. If you don't do Florigato, and you rare candy into Mal, and then have Memory Light, it's just so hard to justify deck space. But we'll put it on the list. We'll put it on the list. Cry for help. And I think Beedrill too. Beedrill could be. That's actually if you could string shot, that could help you as Beedrill. That has potential. That does have potential. I forget what the original Kakuna knew. But doing 20 and have a 50-50 to paralyze is pretty good for a stage 1. Let's see what else. There's this Magmortar, which you could use with the other Stoke Magmar. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. So this is it's kind of like Dig. Smoke Bomb is like Dig. It's like Dig for 70. I guess. Oh. I'll put on the list both Magmortars. Let's see here. Maybe what's his name? Goldango. Maybe if it Goldango knew Chestaflage. But I feel like with Goldango, you're always going to be wanting to flip coins. I feel like you're always going to be wanting to flip coins. All of these guys. Arbok and the other Arboks. Okay, actually, this was one of the first Pokemons I thought about when I heard about Memory Light. Was Palladian, Clodsire, and Wooper. It's kind of the same as Muck. I almost feel like maybe running Muck and Wooper could be a deck. I might and Nihilego, because what? That's 2, 4, 8, 10 Pokemon. Professor's Pokeball, that's 14, plus 2 Memory Lights, that's 16. Two Dark Pendants. 2 I think we should try and make a Muck Clodsire deck with Memory Light. We'll do that once we go through the list. I'm just going through it here, trying to see. Yeah, the other Bidoof with this Bibarel. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, next set. Execute. I don't know if we want that. Execute. Trayvon. Rowlet. Now, Rowlet Decidueye. I think we'll put this on the list because of the move Pierce the Pain. Because Pierce the Pain with old Rowlet, the Skill Dive Rowlet, and I think it's the same name move, Skill Dive, Dartrix with Pierce the Pain could be something. Some of these other ones you would never want to do Memory Light. Heat Tackle with Incineroar could be something. I don't think it's worth it. I guess we'll put it on there. I don't think... I don't think you'd ever want to waste the deck space for it, but we'll put it on the list. Alolan Vulpix can do energy attach. Alolan Sand Slash, you never use Memory Light. Maybe... Primarina you would want to sing. I don't think so. Bruxish. Bruxish was the Pokemon I was thinking of earlier. Yeah, maybe some of the guys you just that make you discard. Vikavolt. Don't care. Some of these other evolution Pokemon. I don't think it makes sense. Yeah, none of those psychics. Lycanroc though. See, they worded that right with Rockruff, because Rockruff's signs of evolution move. If you've already evolved into Lycanroc, it still says put a random card that evolves from Rockruff from your deck into your hand. See, you can't play all... See, I wish they had, like... Kind of like what they did with Nidoran. They had, like, Nidoran boy, Nidoran girl. So even though they're both named Nidoran, since they had the boy and girl gendered symbols after, they're technically different named Pokemon. So you could run 4 copies. Whereas, I guess I haven't tested it with Lycanroc. But there is Lycanroc Day, Lycanroc Night. They know different moves. They're technically different Pokemon. To me, they're different Pokemon. They should have like a moon and a day. Like a moon and a sun symbol. Just like boy and girl Nidoran have. This was a mess anyway. Because they added genders to all the Pokemon later. So that was always kind of messy. But... I do kind of wish they did that with those Lycanrocs, because then you could run all those. I don't know if that deck would be that crazy, but it is something. I'm looking through these other cards. What about Alolan, Grimer, and Muk? I don't think they're that crazy with Memory Light. Same with these other guys. I don't think Solgaleo, that makes a big difference. I mean, maybe Cosmog, Stiffen. Maybe. But I just don't see that ever being relevant running the Memory Light card. I want Memory Light to be good. I think if they like did a new format for like 25 or 30 cards or something like that, it might have more relevance. Honestly, I kind of think that would make things more interesting. even 24 cards would be a pretty big shift, I think. With how much draw power they put in the game. That would be a huge shift. I think that, like, Series B, and they want to rebalance the game, I think maybe going to 24 cards would be something crazy. If Hack Momo could have been, like, 2 colorless rather than that could make this OO line a little more playable. Where else? I mean, Toucannon's always 1 colorless, so all of this is kind of irrelevant. Yeah, the Skill Dive Dart Tricks could be good with Decidueye. Or Decidueye EX. Yeah, but Skill Dive Dart Tricks with Decidueye EX and Pierce the Plane could get you what you need. Any of these other extra dimensional Pokemon good with Memory Light? I don't think so. Phantom. I guess Lycanroc EX, but you're still limited to the other only 2 Rockruffs. Crocodile. Flip 3 coins. For each heads, a card is chosen at random from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals. I don't think that means anything for Memory Light. Same for Alolan, Dugtrio, and Diglett. I mean, maybe for Larion, Aggron. Yeah. All those Triumphant Light Pokemon is a no. How about these Eevee Grove Pokemon? Tropius. Doesn't evolve, doesn't matter. New Serena. Doesn't matter. We already talked about Eevee. I think the Incineroars don't really matter. Same with Salandit, Salazzle, and this new set doesn't really matter. Sweets Relay. Does Sweets Relay mean anything with Memory Light? Maybe. Vanillux doesn't even do anything with Sweets Relay, but Vanillite and Vanillish does, so that's something. Primarina, I don't think gives a matter about Memory Light. Neither does Slurpuff. Espeon EX being able to find a friend. I think we need to just like make a note here with Eevee. Espeon. I mean, everyone knows Sylveon is broken. But being able to find a friend even after you've evolved Sylveon just to really draw could be something. The other Amass Meltan with the new Melmetal that knows Mega Punch 3 for 90. I forget what the other Melmetal knew. I think it was 120. Let's look here if we can just scroll down and see. 4 for 120 versus 3 for 90. And Nina has 10 more HP, 140 versus 130. I mean, did I write Melmetal down? I did. Same with Dragonite. I think there's potential maybe with Memory Light and Dragonite decks. Same with the EV decks. Alright, let's look at the next expansion. Bellossom. Tangrowth. No, no, no. Jumpluff. Jumpluff can just get in there. I mean, you could give Yanmega EX the Jumpluff ability, I guess. Don't see that being good. I'm not even going to put it on my list. Typhlosion doesn't really have much use. Neither does my Cargo and Tay. I mean, maybe Splashing Dance with Gyarados. None of these other ones. Mantine is a basic, even though Mantike was a baby. Unruly Claw. Unruly Claw basically just unequips one energy from your opponent. Does Ampharos make sense? Thunder Punch? No, it really doesn't. I don't think we have Why Not. Wobbuffet's just a basic, so it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Maybe Onyx and Steelix? Let's see here. 3 for 50, and Steelix what does 110 for 1 steel and 3 colorless? So if we don't have any steel yet, we could still do Dang. Oh, that's why. 3 colorless for 50 versus 3 fighting for 70. I think you in the Steelix deck gotta run the colorless. Because if you run Brock, it's going to be tough. 50 and 70 is substantial, though. That is substantial. That's a different kind of threat. Yeah, Dawn Fan, we said that initially, because, like, the Flail Fanpy with Dawn Fan EX. We'll get to it. Guard Press with the Tyranitar. All these guys know, I mean, Venom's Fang, Venom Splash, same. I don't know about all these guys. Houndoom, knowing Bite for 2 energy. Could be something. I guess Tyranitar attacks for 3 or 4. 3 dark and 1 colorless does 130. What did Pupitar know? $20, and this Pokemon takes -30. I mean, maybe, but it's just so tough with 20 cards. Pupitar. We'll write it down, I guess. Kling Clang. Does Kling Clang really care? I don't think Kling Clang really cares. Blissey might want to prevent all damage. Who else we got? I mean, we're getting close here. I don't think Memory Light is actually that good of a card yet. So, I think we're getting close to the most recent set. Let's see here. This is the start of Wisdom, I think. No, this is the most recent set. So, let's see here. I mean, Bounce is the same as Breeze by Attack. When 730 is for 70. What other evolution Pokemon do we have? Yeah, I mean, this is about what I expected. Maybe Milotic can hop out like Gyarados. Oof. Punished badly. Yeah, Galarian Corsola. Mean. That's a mean one. in terms of ability. I mean, I don't know about Polyrath. I haven't heard so much about it. I'm gonna search Poly at the end of this. Rick. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Pokemon that just are basics or stage ones, and their state and the basics don't have a good move. So Memory Light just does not make sense. But there's some of them I'm open to exploring. I'm open to exploring. I don't think Licky Licky is necessarily one of those, but like, see Teddy Ursa versus Ursing 1 for 40. Flip a coin versus 4 for 110. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Miltank could have potential. Maybe not necessarily with Memory of Light, but it's just a card with potential. I think that's the end of the road here. Oh, promo. Let's look at promo. Yeah, let's just look at promo. Do any of these guys have moves that we want? Really do like that Dragonite that can heal for 30. Or Dragonair. That's a pretty good meta shift versus the other one that attaches, you know, like one needs 3, one needs 2, and it's multi-energy. That's tough. Kind of just clicking through the rest of these. None of these other guys are jumping out. Yeah, none of those are really jumping out. So I think looking at all the cards briefly, I still like Muck and Clodsire. So let's just try and punch that in real quick and see what we get. Because that Memory Light deck seems like what is the truth. Alright, just clicking through some things. Let's check Wonder Pick real quick, see what's new. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's see what our trade status is real quick. We're waiting on a response. Alright. We got 69 pack hourglasses. We'll go to decks. I'm gonna delete a deck here real quick. What am I gonna delete though? I think I'll delete this one. Alright, we're looking at a new deck. Build new deck. We want to do... Let's first just look at this stuff. Maybe Koga and Cyrus and Mars and Elder and Town Elder. Definitely a Pokeball. I mean, let's just go here where we know. Let's go back to dark. Another shit out. We want Grimer and Muck. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. I almost kind of like forgot we were streaming. But I kind of like this deck. We were building the deck. We got Muck, Clodsire, I would say Memory Light are kind of the highlights of the deck here. Let's go ahead. Put in our special play set. Looks great to me. Save. Let's take this to the drawing board. Let's go back to decks. My deck. Not usable. Okay, we got 2 mucks, 2 claw, we got 2 of all the stuff we want. 1 dark pendant. I think we wanted a traveling merchant. Alright, let's grab. Memory. We'll call this the memory deck. Alright, we're saving this deck. Let's give it a shot. We're going straight into the... Let's just do random. Let me grab a quick screenshot of this. Call this the memory deck. Looking on stream. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, here we go again.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I think we just throw Barb down. Why not? Throw professors down. Throw Rupert down. I think he's who we want memory light on, but we'll just end turn. They use Sabrina. Let's play this guy. So yeah, this is how we want this to go. We want to be able to play Clodsire, and we want to be able to put memory light on him, and we want to be able to do 1 energy. And we want to be able to do poison jab. Boom. That's amazing. Alright. That's what we always wanted to do. That's what we always wanted to do with memory light. That's cool. That's cool. So at the end of this turn, he's going to die. So he needs, okay, a potion or a basic Pokemon. He's got the potion. But because he's still poisoned, we're going to be able to come in for 120. So he still needs a basic. Otherwise, it's done. Otherwise, it is done. Yeah, it's done. We got him. I mean, Wait, let me double check his graveyard. What did he play? He's 2 potions. Yeah, but he's still poisoned, right? Is he not poisoned? Like, I poisoned him, right? I poisoned him, right? We want the pendant. Alright, we want the pendant. Why is he not poisoned? Oh, he evolved. He evolved. We should have... He was at 70. We would have done 10. I don't know. Yeah, we should have... Should have, would have, could have. That leaves no space for Grimer. Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. I'm okay with. Where do we put this energy is the question. Here or here? Here or here? Here or here? Here or here? Ba 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 ba. I think here. This doesn't really matter. I mean, if he has Crobat, that's pretty much game. That's pretty much game. I don't think it really matters. Do you have Crobat? Do you have Rare Candy? He's got Rare Candy, he's got Crobat. Sick. Alright. So we need Palladian Clodsire, like full stop. We need Palladian Clodsire. We got Muck. That's game. Yeah, that's game. Alright, we'll concede. We went dark on dark and lost. And honestly, like, early on, we got the combo we needed. Alright, so that's a little bit of a teaser. I really do think this is a good place to stop the stream. It's been 2 hours. Pretty good spot. Thanks for tuning in. I'm CWX. Be sure to do all the things down below. Like this video. Like it. Just do it. It really helps. I'm trying to make this a thing. I really want to make quality content for you guys. If you like this video, it'll help me make better content for you guys. I promise. I think I got this. You know, I can be entertaining. You want this, I want this. Go ahead, like the video. Let me know. Hit that notification bell. Comment, share, subscribe how you'd want it better. Let me know. The notification bell will allow you to tune in next time I'm streaming. And, you know, I got the sound triggers going. I got this cool tool, you know, that makes it entertaining. I'm cute. You're cute. We could be cute. Go ahead and do it. Alright. Until next time.